Good afternoon, guys. MWUSA Season 3, Episode 267. It is Christmas Day. It is afternoon, and been with the family all day, and just wanted to go out and take a little drive, get out for a while. Been eating, watching TV, talking, all that kind of stuff all day long, so just wanted to get out for a minute, and I thought I'd drop you guys a line and say hi and say Merry Christmas and see how everybody's doing. Today the plan is to be at the house for probably a couple more hours and then head back to the hotel. Probably going to have 3 sessions of blackjack. I'm hoping at least 2, hopefully 3. I'd like to pick up at least another 1,000 today, and then hopefully get some slots in. I've found 0 decent plays so far in this area. So they've all been eaten up by all the people who are already here. But we'll see. Maybe today will be the day. That's really what's going on right now. I think we're back on pace for the goal for the year. Just got to stick with it here. It's going to be a tight one. I am still doing some other AP stuff, not picking up a lot of money, 100 here, 100 there, but all of it counts toward our goal. And hopefully we'll get there. So today it's 46 degrees outside, and I'll come back and update you tonight, let you know what's going on. All right, guys, I am back. We are getting ready to go back to the hotel/casino for the night. It's about 7:20 p.m. right now, and we got a kid wants to come with us, so he'll be coming along. I got all our rooms that I got were 2 queen beds, so there's plenty of room. So we're going to do that right now, and temperature's 49 degrees. Hopefully it's not too packed. It probably will be pretty busy, but hopefully I can still get a few sessions and make a little bit of money before we go to sleep tonight, and then we'll see what happens from there. So as of right now, I'm only planning on hitting 2 casinos for a total of 2 to 3 blackjack sessions, but it's still up in the air. We'll see. There's plenty of time to get more in, just depending on how things go with the family. So that's what's happening right now, and I'll be back to update you soon. Man, what a scary bunch that was. So trying to think back, I go to this table, and the guy sitting with me, Indian guy, he's got a stack of black, like $3,000 or $4,000 in black, and he's just playing like haphazardly is the best way to describe it. So he'd have 100 on each of 2 hands, plus 100 on the bonus, and his swings were just enormous. And this is like the worst bonus you could imagine here. Not good at all. The odds are terrible on this bonus. So he's going up and down, and he tells me that he owns a hotel in the area and 20 liquor stores, and he's not even from this area. He just flies into town once a year just to check out the places, and then that's it. So that was interesting. So then he asks for an upgraded room. I guess he was already paying for one, and he wanted it comped, and he wanted a better room, so they did end up doing that. He ended up leaving. Hold on one second, guys. All right, I'm back. So I'll try to do this real quick here. So he ends up leaving. He lost like 4,000 or 5,000. He lost 8,000 the night before, last night. And I remember sitting at the table next to him, and he was telling this guy, he's like, I don't care if I win or lose, but you have to play the right way. He said, I just lost $8,000. I don't care, but you have to play the right way. He was yelling at the guy, and he left. I remember it happening last night. And then he was reminding me, he's like, yeah, I was here last night, and this guy wasn't doing the right thing. I said, well, sometimes I go a little bit off too, and it turns out that he does crazy stuff, much less talking about other people doing crazy stuff. Excuse me. So anyway, he ends up leaving, and it's just me at the table, and this real quiet guy comes to the table, real aggressive, buys in for 1,000 like 3 times, and he's betting 50-50, 1,000, 50-50, 800, 50, like that. Just insane. and within 3 double-deck shoes, he was gone. And then as he was getting ready to leave, this other guy comes over, like this weird, like professor-looking guy with a sweater, real butthole. And well, 2 things. There was, when the Indian guy was there, he had a hand where he had a 5-card 17, hard 17, and he was going to hit it. And I'm like, "Are you sure it's a 17?" He's like, "Oh, I thought it was 16." And if he had hit it, we all would have won, but instead we all lost. So later on, fast forward, this guy's got 2 9s against an 8, and he wants to stay. And I said, "Are you sure?" And he like scolds me. I'm like, "You know what? Screw you, whatever." And by him doing that, I won and everybody else lost. So that's fine. And then he's doing the wrong thing, and he's like, "Sometimes I hit on a 20." I'm like, "Okay." So he's doing all that, and he's yelling at other people for what they're doing. And then this Asian guy comes to the table, and he hates this Asian guy. He doesn't want to play with him. He plays on one side of the guy. The other guy gets all the bonuses, and then he switches to the other side, and the bonuses switch too. So the other guy still gets all the bonuses, and he was just a complete jerk. And there was one point where the Asian guy was supposed to cut the shoe, so we could start playing, and I guess he can't see very well, and so he kept on missing the shoe. And finally he's like, "Hold on a minute," and he gets his glasses out of his pocket, and he goes, "Okay, where should I put it?" And the guy goes, "Instead of where, we should be asking you when." He was like a real ass about everything. So anyway, I ended up buying in for a total of $1,500. Things were going miserably the whole time. I was at that table about an hour and 15 minutes, and got down to like minus 1,300, and finally fought my way back and ended a shoe plus 125. So I ended up leaving plus 125. And I noticed some restaurants are open tonight where they weren't last night. So I told my wife to bring the kid down, and we would go to this restaurant, which is outside of the casino. We could all go to that and relax a little bit before I move on to my next spot. So that's what's going on right now. But compared to yesterday, much busier today, but a lot fewer tables because more people are off work. They all ask for the day off, but there's more customers here. So I don't know if that's going to be the theme everywhere I go, but I know the next place is always packed and they never have enough tables. So we'll see what happens with that. But I did like a 1 to 10 on that table, only because the guys around me were going so high on their bets that like they go 50 and then 1,000, or 50 and then 800, and I'm going like 50 to 500. That's not even a big deal, and it's easy to do. It could make it look like you're doubling up, you're taking a shot. Okay, I'll go with you. Oh, you're all in. Okay, I'll go all in too. There's so many different ways that you could do it. So that's how it ended up. But I also tried to check out slot machines, and there was nothing there, nothing at all. And the actual number of beatable machines is very low here now. It used to be really high. In fact, some of the more famous people who do this actually started in this area and got backed off for slots, but most of them are gone, so not much that we could do about that. So hoping that after we eat, I'll go back to the room, relax for a minute, and head out to another spot, and we have some better luck there. So you're all caught up right now, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I'm back. So we got our food, everything was good, and actually it's interesting because this place actually has a robot to bring your food to you now. Keep on forcing people out, keep asking for too much money for the work that you do, and they're going to keep replacing you with robots. But went back to the room. Sorry. Went back to the room, got settled in again, and got the kid in bed, and wife's watching some TV, and I'm heading off to another casino. A couple things I wanted to update you on. Yesterday I actually made a mistake. I actually made slightly more money than I thought when I went back and reviewed everything, I was off just a little bit. And then today I was just double checking my episodes online, and I noticed on Apple they said the word bonus next to a bunch of them, and I didn't know why. And I went back into Spotify and noticed that all of them had been putting the word bonus instead of full episode. So I don't know how that affects things, but I went back and fixed about 80 of them. I've got about 20 or 30 more to fix. So yeah, I don't know what the difference is, maybe for statistics or what. I have no idea, but I'm getting that all fixed up. Right now, it's getting a little bit late, but I think if I head to this other casino, I play some blackjack there, and then come back here, it'll be a different shift, and try to play blackjack again. We haven't really made any money yet today, so that's going to be our focus, is play some blackjack, make some cash, head back here, try to have another session, and then go from there. Tomorrow morning we check out of this hotel and check into another one. So what will happen is we'll pack up our stuff, take it with us to the house, and then I will leave the house by myself tomorrow afternoon, go to the new hotel, check in, probably play a little bit there, although it's not as good there as it is here, and then head back to the house, get the wife, and have another session that evening. So just letting you know how things may end up, and I'll be back to update you after this stop. Alright guys, I'm back. Hey, I got my total steps in for the day. It was a little questionable because last night before I went back to the room, it was after midnight, I already had 3,000 steps, and then most of the day today I only had about 300 steps, and then of course when you walk around the casino, get a lot of steps in, so I got my goal from that. But I went into this place, looked at slots first, found a couple plays, and really didn't pan out. I ended the slot session, I had $10, and then I went and looked at blackjack initially, and all the good tables were not open. Definitely were shorthanded, and what am I going to do? So I looked at slots, I played, I was up $10, like I said, and then I decided to look at some of the lesser tables, the ones with maybe not as good of rules. So it was a hit 17, 1.5 deck penetration, resplit aces, so it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great either. And I played there for a while on a low limit table, doing a 1 to 10 spread, basically red chip, just over red chipping, so pretty much red chipping. And I played there for a while, mostly by myself, and then eventually some college kids came over. Initially one guy, and then another guy, and then the second guy left, and then it started getting busy. And I actually had one shoe where by the time the shoe ended, so with 1.5 decks remaining approximately, I had a running count of 22. So I had a almost 15 true count, and the shoe ends. That stinks. That is just awful. But I only bought in for $300 and never really got into it much, because that's actually a lot on a low limit table. And I ended up leaving ahead $325. So $325 there plus 10 on the slots. And it was interesting because sitting with these guys, they were very open-minded to doing the right thing. They wanted to know what the right thing was, even if they won or lost. It didn't seem like money was that important. Obviously, when you're in college, money is important, but they were okay with losing the money as long as they learned something, which is impressive, really, because they want to fine-tune their game so they lose less in the long run. Obviously, in the long run, they still have negative EV, but at least this way they can have more playtime. So it was good. But every time he asked me what to do, and I told him, he listened to me, and we would have won if he had done the other way. Until the very end, it started going a little bit better. And I felt bad about it. I'm like, don't ask me for advice anymore. He's like, no, I'm okay with losing. I just want to learn how to do it the right way. And the dealer was okay, younger guy, very slow in adding. Like, it took him a minute. He practically had to take his shoes off to add it up, but it was okay. And then the pit boss was gone most of the time because this table was kind of at the end of an area, like a pit. And the pit boss was over on the other end where there was about 5 or 6 open tables, and this was the only one by itself at the end. So most of the time he did the buy-ins, the dealer did the buy-ins, and the guy just said okay from the other side of the pit. And then later on he came over, and at that point I had some of my bigger bets, which weren't very big, 75, 125, and he tracked that, but at that point he didn't know what I started at or anything like that. So all of that worked out, no heat at all. And this is the place that I came to yesterday and won 300 as well, if you'll recall. And I was worried about it, but nothing at all. So whatever happened that day, it's been long forgotten. So next time I come in here, I'm going to go back to my normal way of playing and not stress about it. So I think I'm cool. No facial recognition, no license plate readers to worry about with my wife's car anyway. And next time I come, I think my tags will be switched over to my wife's name anyway. I've been meaning to do that for a few weeks, so that shouldn't be a problem. So all that was good. I grabbed myself a drink on the way out, and it's still not too late. I'm going to head back to the hotel that we're staying at, try to get one session in there, and then head off to bed. Actually, maybe get to sleep by 2 o'clock or something like that, and have a nice day tomorrow. So tomorrow all the businesses will be open, the sales will be going, and all that, and it'll be good to spend time with the family at the mall, and maybe take our family, not my kids, but the rest of the family, to a restaurant or something like that and hang out together. So all is good. Heading back to our hotel, and I'll be back to update you soon. Alright guys, so here's my situation. I went back to this casino and looked at slots, didn't find anything. Went to the blackjack area, and there's only one table open, same as before, and it's got the same pit boss. There's only one person playing at the table. Pit boss is standing there watching with his arms crossed. It's like, do I really want to step into that? So for now, I'm gonna walk around a little bit and see if I can find anything, and then I'll go back there again. But it looks like most likely that's going to be it for the night. I think that pit boss is probably going to close that pit tonight, so I don't think there's going to be an opportunity to play any more back there. So for now, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to look at some machines, and then I'll come back and update you, let you know what happens. Alright guys, I am back, and I was not able to go back to that table to play. Just because that pit boss is still there, still watching that guy closely. Don't feel like it's a good position to be putting myself into for no reason. So I let that go, and I did look around at other stuff, and did find one play on a machine, and played that one through and ended that ahead $30. So I picked up $30 there. And other than that, really, there's some other stuff going on in the background I'm not going to discuss for a while. Some news I heard today, but I'll discuss that later on. For now, I think I'm going to head back to the room and get some rest, and we'll call it a day. And tomorrow we'll pick up again, and tomorrow we're going to try for 3 sessions of blackjack, and hopefully we'll have a little bit more opportunity to make some money. So that's it for now. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.